Hello, everyone, and welcome to another segment of Motivational Mondays with Donna. Today, I want to talk about the battles that we all deal with in life. At one point or another, we have challenges, we have situations that come up that are very unnerving, and some of them can actually be long and arduous. However, what we have to remember and keep in the forefront of our minds is that the battle is not ours, it's God's. And God is already prepared and totally equipped to be able to handle any situation that arises in our lives. God actually has the answers 10 years in advance for any problem or any battle that you're going to deal with. And he actually tells us in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verses 11 through 18, how we should actually be handling these battles and reminding us that the battle is his. We have to remember that we're not dealing with, regular flesh and blood. We're dealing against, principalities and spiritual darkness where Satan is concerned. And we're not equipped by ourselves to be able to handle that. So we have to stay in constant prayer all the time for every battle that's taking place. We have to, as he says, put on the whole armor of God so that you can withstand everything that the devil is throwing against you. And the main thing there is for you to stand. Because if God is for you, then nothing can come against you and conquer. And you have to really believe that and feel that deep down. Sure, there's going to be days when you're not feeling as strong within that, but then remember what he also said, that you have faith, just the size of a mustard seed. And a mustard seed is the smallest seed that you can have. So it's not a great amount of faith, but you do have to have faith. And just know that God can handle all the battles that come in front of us. And so we just need to step back, which sometimes can be a little difficult because we all always feel that we have all the answers, that we have to be the ones to take care of ourselves. But ourselves is not the ones that brought us into the world. Yes, we came via our mothers, but we were placed in our mother's wombs by God. So God has the bigger picture. He knows everything. And he's already got this. And we just have to remember that God's got this. But we need to remember that whatever battles come across us, prayer is going to be the biggest thing. And I did talk previously about praise and worship. You need to do that as well. But we just have to remember that we were built to be able to handle everything and everything with God and through God. And so when you have those days where you're running late and you get a flat tire, or your car just breaks down altogether, or you're looking for your paperwork for your sales presentation and you don't find it, or you're at the presentation with everyone in the room and your PowerPoint stops working, or you're trying to be able to fix dinner and all of a sudden the stove stops working. All types of things come up. And in essence, really, all of them are just tests, just to see if we're actually going to remain calm and just actually cry out to God and say, God, I know that, this is just a test. And yes, sometimes we get tired of going through all the tests, but guess what? The biggest test that anybody ever encountered was Jesus going to the cross for all of us. So we just have to remember that until we actually pass the test, we're going to constantly be on the potter's wheel being refined at all times. But stay in prayer. Realize that the battles God can take care of. I mean, I spoke about this also previously as well, that, in the Bible, Gideon had an army of a vast amount of men. And God actually broke that down to 300 men for him to go into war with against the Midianites. Because God wants to be able to let us know that we can't do anything without him and that he can handle all of our battles. But it's up to us to just remember the position we need to be in for battles. And that position is prayer. Now, we've been discussing gratitude, and we're going to continue to keep doing that because that is the essence of everything. So, there is a gentleman who is a spiritual teacher by the name of Eckhart Tolle, and he actually wrote a book called The Power of Now and a New Earth. And his reference to gratitude stated, acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. It can't get much clearer than that. So be grateful every second of every day. Have a great week, guys. Talk to you next week.